So branding, man, branding like consistency and branding that goes hand in hand. It makes me think about what I have too as a brand, a regular raps, right?
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
was actually observing like what I have on the screen right here. Would you say that everything I have on the screen is a part of my brand right now? Like the background, I got that little logo up top, kind of makes up who I am. Or is it more of me as a person? It kind of
Well,
matters, right?
it does. The aesthetics are just extensions of you. Okay. You
Mm,
are you are the brand. It's you. You're the product, you're the brand. Everything that's around you is an extension of who you are.
mm,
And so if the reason why you like or you pick the particular I guess the fonts or the design or the colors is because that's the colors that you like. You
mm,
know, that's who that it represents who you are. And so we've got to make sure that we're not hiding behind logos and we're not hiding behind pictures and stuff like that, and understand that it's us. We're the product. You know,
yeah.
people when they come to concerts, I'm trying not to chase too many rabbits, but
Yeah, you good.
when they come to concerts, to be honest with you, they're coming to see you.
Yeah.
They're coming to see you because it's because you're the product. It's you. They want to know more about you. It's
Mm,
not just about your music. Okay, so understand that if they want to listen to your music, all they have to do is just go download your project. But they
yeah,
come
yeah.
to concerts to see you. And so if that's all you got, if you just hide behind your music and stuff like that, man, you selling yourself short. You first of all,
Mm,
you probably don't know who you are
mm,
to even brand.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
know who what your style is, or what your message is, or what you're here to do. Because we know a refrigerator, right? We know what a refrigerator is supposed to do. Right? It's supposed to keep things,
Cool,
cold,
fresh.
fresh, and all of that type of stuff. We know what it's supposed to do. So we look at ourselves as artists. We've got to know what we're supposed to do, and that all comes down to your message, which we're supposed to be putting into people's ears. Okay,
Mm,
that sets your brand. Your message is your brand. It's because it's you,
mm,
you, right? Everything that
mm,
I've been through in my life, I put into my music, which is an extension of me. But if you want to know more about, me, the artist, you come to me because I'm I'm the artist, right?
yeah, yeah.
So you've got to constantly put yourself out there and let folks know who you are, and your message. Your message, understand, your message is what's going to touch people. Okay,
Mm.
that's what's going to take you to a whole nother level, is your message. It's not just your music, because music goes like this. Soon
Real
as Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
no, real quick. What do you mean by message?
Okay, so let me tell you a quick story.
Mm-hmm.
Quick story. By the way, everything that I'm talking about right now, shameless plug, is
Go
in this
ahead.
book. Okay. All right. This book, Are You Serious? You can get this off the website, um, www.sanctifiedsound.org. It's in this book. The story that I'm literally about to tell you is particularly in this book. And we talk about a message. We're talking about a cause, or what are we here? Because everybody here is here for a specific reason. Our music is just a bed for us to get a message, some kind of message out. Okay, think about Kanye West for a second. In the middle of his concerts, he goes off into a tangent for about an hour, delivering his message, because his music drew you in for him to talk about whatever he needs to talk about. Just for an example, it's the same way with Lecrae. We give a specific message that is an overlying theme, and this is what your message is an overlying theme for this particular point in your life right now. It's an overlying theme. Okay, so and I'm talking about a theme music or whatever. But there's this guy. His name is I Am Moshe. Okay, Mushu or something like that. He's on YouTube. You can look him up. He actually writes songs about cats. Okay, this is years ago. He wrote songs about his cat. He loved his cat. You know, he was talking about catnip and how it made his cat feel or whatever. He talked about, you know, brushing his cat. He's wrote songs and videos
Wow.
about this type of stuff. He was
Wow.
in the bathtub with his cat. He had shorts on, but he was washing his cat and talking about give your cat a bath. Right? It was kind of crazy. But he just wanted to write about his cat.
Yeah.
Just purely for the love of his cat.
That I mean, and he was consistent with, I mean, he's consistent with that, right? And that's what makes his brand.
Yeah,
As weird as that could be,
yeah,
that's what makes him.
yeah. This is what's deep. Is
Yeah.
that he actually certain people heard him, like animal shelter had heard about him,
Wow.
and they contacted him about writing a song specifically dealing with adopting animals.
Mm.
He already had an audience, because he had, you know, people love cats, right?
Mm.
Well, not everybody, but
Certain people.
certain people love
Yeah.
cats. They're like internet gold, right? But they contacted him about writing a song about adopting animals, and so he actually did the song. They contacted him. He just was who he was, consistently doing his thing. And so they contacted him and said, hey, we could really use some help. They couldn't reach an audience like he could.
Mm.
They're not recording artists. And a lot of times we've got to understand that what we do is very valuable to other companies,
Yeah.
okay, to other organizations and stuff like that. And so he wrote a theme song for this particular company or whatever, this animal shelter. This dude ended up on TV. He ended up, just being the face of, pet adoption at the time, all from just the love of his cat. So we all have a specific message. We all have something that God has done for us.
Yeah.
And it's not just our transition into Christianity. It's not just that. Some people have dodged bullets, literally. Some people have walked away from crashes that they could have died from. Some people have, been healed from illnesses and sicknesses that were terminal, and God brought you back, and God saved you from those. Not just to say, "Hey, God did that," and "Hey, let me go get a sandwich." No. That's something that God wants you to really put out there. That because there are certain people that are dealing with those illnesses. There are certain people that are dealing with those job abuse, those domestic violence, and all that type of stuff. There are people dealing with that right now, and the fact that you survived it, you can give them hope.
Yeah.
You can give them hope to say, "Hey, yo, I did it.